There we are. That's better. And now.
There we are.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Yep, there it is. That's correct. Okay. Ooh, that was close. And we're good to go. Alrighty. And this meeting is now being live streamed. Okay. Awesome sauce. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Whoop. Is this running? Yes, it is. Oh, man. Darn it. My prompter just did a weird thing. Huh?
Your prompter.
I mean, you know. All right. Here we go. So let's go ahead and get started. Hello, world. My name is Don, and you're watching Showcase for the week ending Sunday, April 10th, 2022. This is our Friday show, and that means trailers and popcorn. Where's my popcorn? Shoot, here it is. Ah, I can't show the label in front, but I have a bag here. I'm gonna go ahead and be busting out here as carefully as I can while we're watching this stuff here. Let's see. Plus, not to mention your live chat comments. With me tonight is my good friend Alonzo. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
All right,
Excited.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, we have a lot to get through tonight. We have 10 whole trailers. Shoot. Thank you for joining me, and thank you at home as well. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscription bell. And as always, if you are with us live, drop us a line in the live chat, and we might read it off on air. All right. So, you ready to go ahead and get started, Alonzo?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Awesome. Oh, one last thing. We actually have a TikTok page. I don't know if you guys are aware, but those of you who are active on TikTok, check out that footage as well. We're at Weekend Showcase there as well. A lot of awesome stuff there, including this really awesome thing that Alonzo actually put up a few days ago. Already got like, what was it? What are we at? 15,000 views now since like Tuesday?
Yeah, like around.
Something like that. That's awesome. We'll talk more about that at the end of the show, but that's what we're at, Weekend Showcase on TikTok. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. First up, this is a big deal for Star Trek fans. I mean, goodness, this is first two seasons of Picard have been interesting so far. Here we have the cast announcement trailer for season 3. You have anything you want to go ahead and say about this, Alonso? Are you a Trekkie?
No, I mean, I'm not a recent Trekkie. I know my mom is, but I mean, I haven't seen Picard season any of them. Actually, I haven't seen any of them. I've only seen the original series from like the 60s. A little bit of Next Generation, and of course I kind of, because I'm so young, I kind of like got into it with the JJ movies, like the 2009 one, and then the remake of Wrath of Khan, which I kind of knew before it even came out, like what Wrath of Khan was. But no, Picard and all that is still kind of foreign to me, actually.
Okay, well, let's see what this thing has coming down the pipe for season 3. Basically, this show is like a glorified epilogue to the last of the Next Generation cast movies, which was Nemesis back in 2002. So this picks up like a good 20 years after that deliberately. So give or take, depending on who you talk to. I think that's the timeline. Basically more or less real time because everybody's aged. But anyway, here's the cast announced trailer for Star Trek Picard.
I am not a man who needs a legacy.
I think back on those days on the Enterprise and all that danger we rushed into.
That sounds like Geordi. That sounds like LaForge.
Evolution is not an act of preservation. It's addition.
See.
It is clear. Sacrifice is required again.
That's one of his original uniforms from the show, I think.
Oh yeah, the red shirt.
Yeah. But see, those of you who are really into Star Trek, we all know the significance of the red shirt. Yeah.
Ready? As ever.
Yep. Nice. War. Yeah, there's Riker. Crusher. Yes. Okay. And the original Data. Nice.
Wow, Data's back?
Yep. Or at least his actor is. They've had Brent doing a lot of different things over the years, to be honest.
See, I know the weight behind those names. I just
haven't
I haven't seen the show, but I know the weight of those names.
See, and there's no dates on here. It's just a cast announcement basically for the most part. I'm gonna do that
I
really
think
quickly.
I mean honestly, knowing how deprived you Star Trek fans are, I think you guys needed this. I think you guys needed some form of announcement of some sorts. Because I follow Robert Meyer Burnett, and he's notorious for just really liking Star Trek, and he's like a huge Trekkie but huge movie fanatic. He's one of the guys who he's a really notable video editor here. He used to know John Schnepp.
Oh wow,
yeah, he was really close with John Schnepp.
Yeah, for those who don't know, John Schnepp, he was a pretty big deal with the channel called Collider, I think it was.
Yeah, Collider. He had his own show called Heroes, I believe.
Yeah, he passed away in, I want to say 2014, 15?
2014. That was after 14. AMC Movie Talk. That was during Collider Movie Talk, yeah.
Right. But yeah, back to this. Yeah, this is holy crap. This show has really kind of like gone out of its way to capitalize on nostalgia for classic Trek in a way that really, frankly, the J.J. Abrams movies that you were talking about earlier, Alonzo, couldn't really touch for what should be pretty much obvious reasons. I mean, it's a whole new cast portraying the previous characters, the previous generation's characters. So the fact that we have this Paramount Plus exclusive show that's going out of its way to be basically a love letter to the what's considered the next generation era of this franchise between TNG and Voyager, especially if I remember right, Jerry Ryan is in this as well. This is a big deal, and from what I understand, this is going to be the series' last season. So way to go out with a bang! Like I'm really looking forward to this as well. Any last thoughts on this, Alonzo, before we move on?
I know my mom's gonna have a fun time watching this. She loves Star Trek. I'm probably gonna check it out. I mean, honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably gonna check it out. Especially because I got to get Paramount now because Halo series. I think I'm like 2 episodes behind. Yeah.
That was going to be my next question. Do you already have Paramount Plus?
No, I'm going to have to mooch off of someone.
All right. Well, hopefully we'll be able to get that. Hopefully we'll be able to get that worked out some way or another. But anyway, cool. So this is definitely a thumbs up from us here tonight. Let's go ahead and move on. Next item on the agenda. We didn't spend very much time on this. We're trying to use this hourglass. Some of you may remember we introduced last week to sort of keep track of how long we spend on a topic, basically before moving on to the next thing. And we're about like halfway through this thing. Anyway, maybe I'll just keep
Bob's
it here.
Burgers, the movie.
The side there.
What?
Yeah. I'll put this back up once we resume talking about it. But yeah, apparently there's a Bob's Burgers movie that's on horizon coming out at some point next month. I think is May 6th when it drops. This is the second trailer.
Who was asking for this movie?
Well, apparently this show has a big giant fan base. So like enough to justify a full big screen film. This is not going to streaming. This is going to theaters. So yeah. Here's the second trailer for the Bob's Burgers movie.
Oh, the professional shading.
Oh boy. Oh no. Oh,
that's John Benjamin.
No. Oh God. Oh boy.
Dad, I don't want to stop your flow, but can you pass the peel off?
Oh God.
That's butter. You know what? Butter's better.
You have 7 days to make your payment.
7?
It's gonna be okay, Bob. Happy, hopeful, kissy lips.
Please.
Oh!
Oh my God.
Louise, don't go down there. It's dangerous. Did you mean to wave your arms all over the place while falling into the hole? Because if so, you nailed it.
Yes, it all went great.
Kids are like the best part of the show.
I'd like to report a thing happened.
What do we do? Ideas, go.
Ooh, what's this thing?
No.
I'm so nervous.
I know. Can you believe it?
Ta-da! Oh no!
This is getting awkward.
Son of a butt!
That feels nice.
I know.
Don't rub my sesame seeds off.
I won't. Don't worry.
They're a cute couple.
I give him a year.
Oh, it's the 27th. My mistake. All right. So yeah, this is
I won't. Don't worry.
Sorry.
They're a cute couple.
I can't stop it at the frame. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Do a quick shout out for the people joining us on Instagram Live right now. So that was the Bob's Burgers movie. Alonzo, it sounds like you're not all that into the the TV series.
No, I've never got into it. I never watched it either. I was always more of I mean, honestly, I don't watch much animated stuff in general, to be honest.
Really, why not?
I don't know. I've watched the classics. I've watched Futurama. I've caught up with the glory golden days of Family Guy, Simpsons. But I mean, anything new, kind of like Bob's Burgers, I kind of just skipped out on. I don't know. But I mean, I believe that there's a cult following behind. I believe it because I see the fan art all the time and I see it everywhere. And it also adopted its own like digital artistic style. I mean, I know I follow a lot of designers, and there's always like at least once a year, there's always a challenge where you try to like draw portraits of yourself in like different animated styles. And Bob's Burgers is always one of them. It's just identifiable. But never got into the show personally. It gives me very big Simpsons the movie vibes from like decade and a half ago, honestly.
2007, right?
2007.
July 2007 is when it came out. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember like I was on board on that when I was like 8, I guess. But
so does your reluctance here come from just the fact that you don't have really a first-hand frame of reference for the show? Like
I don't.
I
don't. I feel like, I mean, honestly, when I was a kid, I got into The Simpsons via that Simpsons movie. I feel like if I were to be introduced to Bob's Burgers, it would have to be through the movie personally, because I know they're giving it like their all, and I'm sure I can relate to the characters in a very condensed film window, like time window, like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. And maybe that could be a really cool introduction to the characters for me, because I have no idea who anyone is. I know who Bob is, and I'm assuming he does something related to burgers. So,
well, the 3 kids are what you really want to pay attention to. The 3 kids, Tina, Jean, and Louise. The oldest one, the little boy, and the one with the rabbit ears. She always wears the rabbit ears. That's Louise. Those 3. The interesting thing about this movie, and obviously the television series that it's spun off from, is like, this is the one primetime adult animated sitcom involving kid characters that for once does not have young boys, especially being voiced like the main young boy character voiced by an adult female. Every single time, I forget his name. Shoot. The guy who voices Jean, Kristen Shaw, the voice of Louise, that's the only female who voices anyone on that main family cast. Basically everyone else is guys, including Linda, the wife.
Oh, that's really interesting.
And and there's such a history of it going the other way, like Nancy Cartwright famously voiced Bart Simpson,
yes, I know
Pamela Adlon voiced Bobby Hill from King of the Hill, right?
I know it's the gender span on the voice of Kakarot from Dragon Ball. I know that's a huge one. Amy Turner, I think, Fairly Odd Parents is voiced by Tara Strong.
Correct. Yeah. Regina King did double duty as Huey and Riley in Boondocks.
Yeah.
So there you go.
One.
And,
yeah.
So it's like this is like, in that sense, this is kind of like an interesting sort of turn, but you can definitely sort of like hear that these are guys doing these roles too. So that's the trade-off that you get.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's kind of like why all of these casting decisions have been doing that for like the last 30 something years. But anyway, there you go. I'm looking forward to this, not really as a fan of the series, but basically just as like, I'm curious to see how this movie sort of stands apart from what it's obviously going to be compared most strongly against, which is, as you said, the Simpsons movie, which was like 15 years ago, so it's like, does this movie like really sort of like push the bar forward in any discernible way above and beyond what the sitcom will be capable of doing to justify its own existence? Because that was the problem with the Simpsons movie, to the point where they said that in the director's commentary, like what could do a movie, what would a movie do or let us do narratively that the TV series, it'd be too big of a plot for the TV series to do.
Yeah.
So
they also just have to go through all the basic like film thematics, reintroduce characters in a specific way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's a blueprint, and I think it's made for me. So that would be the introduction.
Definitely. You're gonna be glad you checked it out. By the way, what was that? May 26th, May 27th, I think was that drops.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, right around the
month
corner.
and a half. Nice.
Yeah. So once again, thank you guys at home for tuning in. Those of you who are watching us live on Instagram at Weekend Showcase, or at our main home right here on YouTube at Weekend Showcase. Don't forget to drop a comment in our live chat feed, and we might actually read it off on the air. Hey, hey Kim, thanks for dropping a line. Good to see you tonight. Let's go ahead and move on to the next piece of content here tonight. We have a thing from Netflix. This is something called Operation Mincemeat. I've never heard of this before. Let's see. What's have you ever heard of this project before, Alonzo?
Nope.
No. Okay, so we're both going in cold for the most part, it seems. Let's go ahead and see what Netflix has to offer here. This is Operation Mincemeat.
In 5 weeks, 100,000 British forces will strike Sicily's southern shore. Unfortunately, the Nazis know of our intentions. So we're going to play a humiliating trick on Hitler. We have to convince Germany that our target is Greece. The plan begins in Spain, where a corpse will wash up on shore bearing classified letters.
A corpse carrying fake documents.
Given the fascist network there, we could quite literally float the documents right into enemy hands.
Prime Minister, that's too big a risk. The fate of the world is at stake.
The plan is highly implausible. So when can it be ready?
Well, what say we start with the easy part and find ourselves a corpse?
The thing is, the Germans will scrutinize every detail of our fallen man.
Where are his legs? He must be as real as you
Oh,
are.
this is one of
He would
those
carry a letter
movies.
from his wife professing her deep love for him.
Very good. And he would carry her photograph.
My contribution to the mission for a seat at the table.
Although, what if the autopsy reveals he didn't die of drowning? Or if the briefcase is returned to us without the Germans seeing its contents?
Charles, why on earth do you keep poking holes in our plan?
I'm preemptively poking. Success depends on guiding the papers into Hitler's hands.
The nightmare marching this way is only too real.
And the Spanish won't let the Germans anywhere near our briefcase. We are in the dark.
If the enemy is waiting for us on those beaches, history herself will avert our eyes
that's
from the
Normandy.
slaughter.
I may vomit.
I may vomit with you.
In stories of war,
John Madden, do
there
you know
is
that
which is seen
name in the
and that which
film
is
context,
hidden.
Alonzo?
In God's name, Fleming, what are you writing?
Spy story.
I feel like I should know those
In the
names,
hidden
the
war,
director and the writer there.
Protected by a bodyguard of lies.
I have a
Its
feeling I'm about to
soldiers
shoot.
unseen.
Pray.
Its heroes unsung. This is our war.
I like that.
Yeah, this was good. What is?
I like that a lot.
Yeah, it's dual
This
distribution. Okay, so it's
is
hitting
our
Netflix
war.
May 11, and going to theaters. It looks like around the same time. Let me go. ahead
I'd
and
watch that in
start this.
theaters.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't,
Like this.
I haven't had
See-
a good time watching a new Netflix film since The Irishman, and that was also in theaters.
Right, and that's a true testament to how amazing a movie is in terms of how good a case the trailer made that you should see this movie in theaters when it's an option to stream it. Like this was. I hesitate to. I hope this doesn't sound hyperbolic to suggest, but it feels like this was HBO Max's problem. Like you remember, like during 21, where like the vast majority of their theatrical content was basically like day and date with streaming, and like how many people wound up deliberately going to the theater for an HBO Max movie when they could just like see it at home. That was their
started
entire
with,
theatrical. Wonder Woman
Godzilla and King
1984.
Kong, and then the whole fiasco with Nolan and Tenet, and him wanting to never work with Warner Brothers again. And then Denis Villeneuve, I believe, with Dune, and that film getting pushed back eventually till
Right, and
in October, right? September, Oscar season.
I believe it was November when Dune came out. It was like not long before. I
the
believe it
fall.
was. I'm trying to
Right
remember if it was
before.
Lana Wachowski directed Matrix Resurrections.
Yeah, because it was right before
Trying
the
to-
nominations.
Right. So, but anyway, but back to this movie in particular. Holy crap! This is one of those really sort of like interesting like period era spy espionage sort of things. I saw the overlay text sort of flash on screen talking about the origins of MI5. For those who don't know, MI5 is basically the British equivalent of the FBI, as opposed to MI6, which is the British CIA. That's where James Bond, would work. So this is basically trying to tell the origins of the British FBI against the backdrop of World War II. And look, World War II is one of those subjects in history that's been done to death before in terms of not just movies, but also video games, obviously, time and again. Ordinarily, I don't watch like war films, but like I'll sometimes check out, period era stuff that's using the war as a backdrop, but doesn't really make it like a big, massive, like unavoidable focal point of the narrative. Like you're not following the protagonist's story through the war itself for the entirety of the film. Like, for example, I'll watch The King's Man, which took place against the backdrop of World War I, because like you weren't sort of drowning in World War I throughout. Like they did have a couple scenes that took place in battles, but like that's not the same thing. And like there's actually a narrative that sort of sidesteps the war in that sense. Alonzo, what about you? Do you usually watch movies like this?
Yeah, all the time. Something like this captivates me. I'll watch anything with Colin Firth in it. And I don't remember the names of the writers or the directors, but I mean, it looks like it's going to be great. And it looks very captivating. Gives me Glorious Bastard vibes. It also feels like it kind of has that Netflix original made film. So I'm really excited to see it. It looks like they actually put some effort into it, and I'm excited that it's going to theaters. This is something I would want to see in theaters. And I'm actually very unfamiliar with this true story. I don't know if you are personally, but I've never heard of anything like this before. I have never heard of Operation Mincemeat, if that's even exactly what it's called. I'm assuming the title was cleverly made for a reason, but I'm about to find out, right? So it looks great. Colin Firth always brings it to the table. He never phones it in. And
I'll be honest, like I've barely seen anything that guy has done outside of the Kingsman franchise, like the first two Kingsman movies. Like I didn't see films. Yeah. I'm aware of the Bridget Jones movies, for example. I never saw them. It's not really my cup of tea. That's the only other thing of consequence that strikes me immediately. That's been in his IMDb resume, but
that makes sense.
That's just me personally. But Alonzo, it sounds like you're going to see this in theaters. You're going to sidestep Netflix entirely and go to theaters for this film.
Yeah, man. Something like this looks fun. I like the theater experience. I want to see a film like that in theaters. Maybe not Bob's Burgers, but
ouch. Well, at least maybe you might give it a shot once it hits. I guess Disney Plus. I guess is when it is the streaming place where that would go, since Disney owns everything now.
Yeah, literally.
Maybe, I don't know. Okay, well, we'll see. But meantime, yeah, I'm gonna see this on Netflix. I wouldn't go to the theater for this, but I'll check it out on Netflix when it drops. May 11, I think, is when that's gonna hit. So that was Operation Mincemeat from Netflix. Valkyrie. That was the other thing I was trying to name drop. The other like World War II era spy kind of like film of consequence that I was trying to name drop another thing in particular, but the name of it was escaping me. I remember Tom Cruise was in it, but I couldn't remember the title. Valkyrie. So there you go.
I remember Valkyrie.
Amazing movie. But anyway, all right, so let's move on to a film called 9 Bullets. Okay, good, we're done with that. So let me see. And all these trailers, by the way, were released within the last week to week and a half, roughly. So there's this, and then 4 more after this, and then we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. So all right, here's 9 Bullets.
After saving
after car this insurance from Liberty Mutual, little micro ad. Sorry, we still don't have red at this point. Here we go.
Hi, Dad. When are you coming home?
Sam, listen to me. Don't be scared, all right? That emergency escape plan that we've been practicing. I need you to get out of that house. Everything is gonna be fine. Sam is okay. We are okay.
Hi, Jack.
Where's the boy?
What boy? I don't need a kid, a dog, okay? You're gonna be okay, I promise.
Are they gonna get away with killing my family?
They're professional killers. They're gonna come for anyone who tries to screw Jack.
If they find you with me, they're sure to kill you.
Gypsy, you took the kid.
Who are you hiding from? Batman.
You serious?
I straight up thought the lady in the back seat was like imaginary.
I know
You know what I,
'cause I'm
you know what I
the
mean?
guy who pulled you in.
Like, where did you come from?
I've got a chance to change my life. I can't let anything, including a kid, get in the way of that.
Be strong. Don't quit.
Pull a bowl you can't.
Not today.
That boy's mine, Gypsy!
Who killed us both?
Gypsy!
Okay. Okay. Right around the corner here. All right.
I like Sam
You know,
Worthington.
I got. Huh?
I like Sam Worthington, but this feels like a direct to video type of movie.
Or direct streaming, as it were, which
Direct to
apparently, yeah.
streaming, which is now what we're gonna call it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Which is
We
why
never
I'm not gonna
get-
watch Mincemeat on Netflix. I have faith in it.
I mean, look.
A good trailer is a good trailer.
I mean, this was a decent trailer, but it went over the edge. You know what I mean? There's like an implied edge where where a trailer sort of like it gives too much information almost. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to necessarily like go too far into the third act, but like you can tell like, okay, it's like this trailer kind of like went right up to the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, okay,
yeah.
we get it. Like this is a woman and a little kid sort of like trying to avoid someone. Basically, okay, this on the surface, this looks like some sort of child custody battle, like that's gone completely out of control. You know, like that's what I'm basically getting from this. Lena Headey, like she's always amazing to me in roles like this. Like, and I think most of that kind of stems from her work with the Sarah Connor Chronicles, the Terminator show.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Yeah. So like that was basically where I got introduced to her as an actor. Like I never
Really
watched
happy
Game of
you
Thrones.
mentioned
I
that.
know.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So but yeah, I don't think I would watch this, unfortunately, personally. I mean, because it's not really, you know, these kind of movies. Sometimes I'll watch them, sometimes I won't. This one doesn't really. I don't know what it is. This one doesn't really hit me the right way. What do you think, Alonso?
I really don't have many thoughts about it. It doesn't seem like something I'd watch, or I'll take that back. Something I'd go out of my way to watch. I feel like I'd watch it anyways, but I feel like I got most of the plot details, or at least a good sum of it, just through the trailer. But it's all right. I like Sam Worthington though.
Let me see here. Sorry, I got one thing here. We have a comment from our Instagram live feed right now asking about a Marvel update and thoughts on Morbius. I mean, Alonso, you want to take this and I'll say something really quickly and we got to move on.
Look, without spoilers, it just doesn't do anything new. But I didn't mind it. I wasn't like, I don't think it's like terrible, honestly. But you should watch it. I want to hear your thoughts.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet, but like I did see a bunch of like I've seen every official clip from it, and I don't like how hard Sony is trying to sort of like ride Kevin Feige's coattails now that like God, the MCU is this unbelievable juggernaut, and No Way Home did amazing, pun semi-intended, last December, and it's like Sony, like, yes, we get it. You still have the rights to this franchise. We get it. But it's like, dude, like you've proven yourself to have failed miserably at building a proper franchise out of this twice. Like it ain't broke now. Stop trying to fix it. Just basically let Kevin be Kevin, and, Kevin Feige, the guy in charge at Marvel Studios, and just, make your money while you still have the IP. I mean, it's like, what else can you really do? What else do you need to do? I don't know. That feels kind of dumb. I don't know.
Matt Smith was good in it.
Sorry?
Matt Smith was good in it.
Yeah. I had read some stuff about that as well. I did not expect him to be in a Marvel movie. I'll be brutally honest. Like he's one of those actors and that sounds kind of ridiculous given how incredible Karen Gillan is in the Guardians films. You know, like just because you're in a Doctor Who doesn't necessarily mean you wouldn't be great in a superhero film. I know. There's precedent, but you know, I don't know. Maybe it's for this role that, as I understand it, he's in. Again, you know, haven't seen the film yet. No spoilers, but just based on what I've seen of him in that film, like I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm still seeing him as 11 in whatever else that he does. Maybe that's just me personally. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. We have 4 trailers to go. We just cracked the top of the hour. Once again, thank you at home, those of you who are joining us live via YouTube or Instagram at Weekend Showcase. Hey, what's up, Pure Chill Dude 1? Thanks for joining. And don't forget to hit us up in the comment feed. I'm sorry?
Where's Pure Chill Dude 2?
I don't know. Maybe getting some popcorn. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, hey, don't forget to yeah, there you go. Don't forget to drop a line in the live chat feed, either on Instagram or over here on YouTube, and we might incorporate your comments with our commentary as we go through the list. We only have 4 trailers left for tonight, so let's go ahead and move on. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, we have 6. Wow, we got to roll. Here's
Yo, those bottom 2 look cool. Let's get through these.
I know. Okay, here we go. This is season 2 of Russian Doll. This is again from Netflix. Let's go ahead and take a look.
Oh, great. My favorite.
Is that your train? What?
What's this, some kind of like 80s flash mob?
This actually looks familiar.
You need help getting home.
The guy is dressed like
The universe finally found something worse than death.
that Martin Scorsese movie.
Do I need to be worried?
Actually, yeah. Like tonally. Natasha Lyonne, that's her name. I knew I recognized her from the first 2.
Ooh, I like that shot.
Unfinished business.
Yeah, the falling into darkness thing.
Yeah, it feels like It Out.
Twice on a train.
Nadia, don't mess this up. Maybe we're just supposed to like enjoy the ride.
I'm still exploring my options. There are things in life that cannot be explained. Inexplicable things happening is my entire modus operandi. Where are we? More like when are we? Never mind.
We don't belong here.
Okay, this is one of those montages that
You're a
makes no
time
sense.
traveler.
I prefer the term time prisoner.
What? Is that what
one
this
guy?
is about?
That one guy was dressed like taxi driver in the beginning. Did you see that?
You're a time traveler.
I don't know what that was about. Hey, they're good.
Yo, what's up, guys?
Hang on. Oh shoot, I missed the. Here we go. There we go. I tried to get the title card up solidly on screen.
I like that
before
font.
We,
I like that font a lot.
I do too.
I wonder what.
I like the way it came in. I like that transition also.
Yeah, actually, can we see that transition one more time? That looks really cool.
There we go.
So good.
Oh, for some reason I thought it came in like Stranger Things, but it didn't. That would have been.
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know. But anyway, sorry, I'm trying to get this thing set up properly. I can't have very precise control of this, but whatever. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started talking about this. Thurgood, welcome. How much did you see of this? I didn't notice.
I
When you
saw
joined.
like halfway. I came in like halfway through the trailer.
Okay, have you seen anything from this show? This is a Netflix show.
No, I've never even heard of this until now. They're talking about season 2. I didn't even know it had season 1.
Well, there you go. Like I'm in that same boat with you, man. I don't know. I mean,
Looks good though.
Alonzo, I guess. Yeah, it does look good. But I guess Alonzo, you're new to this as well.
Yeah, I'm also new to this. Really don't know what's going on, but looks good.
Yeah, this looks.
The production value's there, and they somehow made enough views and ratings to get season 2, which means season 1 has to be good, which means I should watch it.
Yeah, that's I didn't even know. Like I did not know about this. How did
The
we
logic
not know about
follows.
this show?
Yeah.
How about this?
All I
As
got
a
was
trailer,
like
did it
something to do
captivate
with time
you guys?
travel? Maybe some sort of. It did with me.
Yeah,
it
it
made me
did.
want to like,
Yeah, it did.
at least look it up. Sorry, go ahead, Thurgood. I'm sorry, I'm talking over you.
No, that I was talking over you, bro. But like, what I was saying was, even a little bit that I saw, or whatever like that, it looked very captivating. Like they had some really interesting like shots or whatever like that. I'm not a big film guy, but yeah, so I'm probably gonna end up getting like a lot of the turn on. But yeah, I just really liked it. It looked really great. Like, it looks really intriguing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of this reminds me of like Legion. Did y'all see Legion?
I've heard of
like
it.
That's,
I haven't watched it.
That's what this. You need to. I think Hulu still has every episode. You need to see that show, man. Like you really do. But yeah, but like time travel or whatever. Like I couldn't really tell if that was like really a thing that's sort of being done here, or if that's sort of like a running gag or something. Because like she keeps waking up in like different areas after being like, I don't know, wasted or whatever. And I don't know what all that, the falling into darkness, stumbling down a staircase or whatever is supposed to like imply. Yeah, like for people, this is one of those trailers that I gotta say I don't like, because it's sort of, it goes out of its way to subconsciously punish people who haven't seen season 1. If you're just coming in cold, you don't understand what you're watching. You don't know if this is a worthwhile investment. Literally, especially if you're talking about a movie that like you have to go to the theater to pay to see. Luckily, this is a streaming thing, but I don't know. Thurgood, Alonso, any last thoughts on this before we move on?
Yeah, it's because like what you're saying also about like how it punches people who haven't watched it. I think, in my honest opinion, I think a good trailer to a sequel or a second season I think what it should do is it should intrigue new audience members while rewarding fans, like already dedicated fans. That's what I think a trailer for a sequel should do.
We have a comment from YouTube. Brain Spaz says, I'd watch it just to keep hearing her voice, talking about Natasha Lyonne, I guess. Yeah, she always did have a very distinctive voice.
All right. I just found the font. I just installed it. That's going on next week's promo. It looks like I just love the font so much. I found it. I just downloaded it.
Awesome. What's the name of it?
Russian Doll.
No, but seriously, there's that.
Yep. I guess it's an originally made font. It's not Gothic or anything. It's an originally made font.
You're kidding me. They invented a font for this show?
Because if you look at it, like the R is curved in a specific way, the N is curved in a specific way. You got that like the teeth fangs coming down.
Yeah, it looks like a mouth.
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Don. It's like it's also like that. Also, like with Tekken and Super Mario, they have their own like fonts. Like it's just named
even like the geometry on the S and the A and the L. You got that like 40-degree slant coming down. It's really beautiful, actually. I don't know, but
it is. It's very. I love it.
I love
the tone of red that they used and everything.
The red is beautiful.
We got to move on, but that's some really good insight, especially for like graphic designers in the audience later on. So yeah, definitely may want to have that in mind if you're like so inspired or whatever, similarly inspired. And hey, keep your eyes peeled. You may be putting out some official little promo materials for this particular stream later using that font, and now you know where it came from. So there you go. Thanks for that, Alonzo. Let's move on. We have 5 trailers left here. This is something for, I can't really tell where this is from because this is like sourced from a third party stream or whatever.
A24,
the links to all of these. Sorry?
A24, I believe.
Oh, right. That distributor, that independent distributor. Yeah. For those who don't know, like all of the links to all of these trailers are in the description down below as well, as we do with all of our streams. And so let's go ahead and move on into this next one here. This A24 thing, it looks like Marcel the Shell with shoes on. I haven't heard of this before. Alonzo, have you heard of this? You have?
It's going to be great.
Can you set the table for us a little bit, or should we go in cold?
It's a really bizarre concept. Actually, I don't even think I should. I think you guys should watch it. If it's for your first time, both of you, just go in cold. It's a really simple, really lighthearted film.
It sounds like a freaking movie about crab or something.
Well, let's go ahead and go in cold then. Those of you who are on Instagram Live, thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit us up on YouTube and watch the full stream. You're only getting one camera perspective. If you want to see the full thing, you got to hit up our YouTube channel to see this. But thanks so much for visiting us there. And those of you on YouTube, don't forget to hit us up in the live chat, and we might incorporate your comments into the show as well. Let's go in cold. Here's Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
Say that
We're
5 times
both working
fast.
from home.
After this ad, darn it.
My guy said he had YouTube Plus.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I know.
Guess
I
we
know.
was lying.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, moving on.
He was fibbing.
This is not about hermit
Here it is. Here it is.
Oh, it's like a movie, but nobody has any lines, and nobody even knows what it is while they're making it. No?
This looks like an Aardman production.
This looks
like stop motion animation.
Yeah.
It's pretty much common knowledge that it takes at least 20 shells to have a community. My cousin fell asleep in a pocket, and that's why I don't like the saying everything comes out in the wash. Because sometimes it doesn't, or sometimes it does, and they're just like a completely different person. So, it's actually only 2 of us now. Myself and my grandmother, Nana Connie. We like to watch 60 Minutes because Leslie Stahl is fearless. Nana, make the noise. Sometimes I find my mind wandering, thinking, what would my family think? Do you think they could be out there?
Marcello, let's forget about being afraid. Just take the adventure.
Okay, let's do it.
This is like this is the sort of thing that would destroy the independent like film festival circuit.
Yeah. This is not the type of thing that would get stuffed at the Oscar.
Marcel the Shell and the search for a family reunited. Marcel, how long has it been since you've seen your family?
I couldn't tell you, but the space in my heart gets bigger and louder every day.
Dean, do you know how long?
That's 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice to know.
I used to hear this song in a lot of different trailers back in the 90s.
Marcel the Shell with shoes on.
When does this movie take place? Brian Williams has retired from broadcast. He retired in like December. Conan's been out of the game since like June.
He has got to go. Not that I don't like Arthur.
Not that.
No! Oh my God! No!
Arthur.
Off!
Okay. Nothing more specific than that, I guess. All right. Trying to figure out where's the here we go, title card. Thank you. Okay. That was interesting. Alonzo, you want to go ahead and kick us off here? I'll start the timer.
So this might be familiar to some people. I guess it wasn't familiar to you guys, but this was actually a series back in 2010, an animated short series, and it captivated a lot of people. So the fact that Marcel the Shell with Shoes On is getting a theatrical released film by A24, which is slowly pushing the boundaries of independent filmmaking, I'm just going to say, it's a big deal. So a lot of people who are aware of the shorts understand how much time goes behind it. And it's also very just full of love and heart. And it seems like this movie is like no different. So being able to see that the people behind it are getting a bigger budget, bigger time to just, develop a longer winded form of content, like in the form of a film, is great. It's cool. And it seems like it's going to be, really filled with all kinds of emotions and stories. So I'm personally really excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, this. Oh, sorry, Thurgood, you want to go ahead?
Stop motion is very, very time consuming, and that's why I always respect those like movies. I always respect stop motion movies because I always like looking at the making of these type of movies, and it takes a lot. And this movie looks very unique, and also it looks very unique and great, honestly. And I hope this movie doesn't just coast on like the celebrity like cameos that it's showing, but it looks very heartfelt, and it looks like it doesn't look like anything on the market. Like it doesn't look like anything on the market right now. Like if you look at like aluminum, like and if you look at a lot of these like a lot of these computer like animated like movies and stuff like that, you have like a lot of them that just look so generic and stuff like that. But even for a stop motion picture, like even for like stop motion picture like standards or whatever like that, it just really stands. It like the way how they blend live action with stop motion is, I think, is just flawless. The character designs are just so great. Like there's some of those character designs that they're just very simple landed because you need these over like complicated designs to be great. I'm really digging it. This is definitely a must watch for me.
Yeah, me too. The only thing that's really sort of, and I didn't see the original shorts that you were talking about, Alonso, but the only thing that really sort of disorients me with this really kind of boils down to two things, one of which I alluded to already, which was the time period. Like, when exactly does this take place? To sort of like get a handle on, you know, the state of like the culture and sort of like to sort of get an understanding of like the nature of the societal, how do I phrase this? The nature of the obstacles that Marcel would have to go through in order to complete this quest. You know, like I'll give you an example. Completing a cross-country journey like this before 2020, before the pandemic hit, completely different. You know what I mean? Like, it's one of those kinds of things. You know, you have to, even though like it's a shell, it's a cartoon sort of, like, I get it. It's not really that sort of thing that's meant to be taken that seriously, but you know, in terms of sort of helping the audience to suspend enough disbelief to sort of like get invested in the story, these are sort of questions that have to be at the very least subconsciously answered, you know. And number one, we don't have any indication about like the time context that this takes place in that sense. And then number two, we just have a coming soon at the end. We don't even know when this is out yet, you know. And so I don't know, but I'd like to know at least when it comes out, because that looks like something I'd watch too. Alonso, it sounds like you're looking forward to it as well.
Oh yeah,
yep,
absolutely.
Yep, cool.
I'm looking forward to it, but like when you were talking about like how you were curious about when this takes place, I personally could care less. It's like in my mind, it's taking place. It's sort of taking place. I think like I would guess a little bit before the pandemic starts. Is either it starts before the pandemic, probably this movie. Like I don't know, but personally, that's not really bothering me. Honestly, I just want to know when this movie comes out. If it's coming soon, you would think if it's coming this year, you would think they would, instead of just saying coming soon, they would give us like coming this summer, or coming this fall. But even then, there's no point in saying coming this summer. Just say the date, unless it's not like it's a video game. It's not like video games like Breath of the Wild 2 just got delayed to 2023 recently. I understand you saying something about that if you just drop a year, but it's a movie and it's coming. If it's about to come out, just say the date.
Yeah, I don't know, man. At the very absolute least, it feels like we're kind of at a point now, by the way, in terms of movies and just like the whole process of like planning the time period that it takes place in. It feels like we're kind of at a point where, at least with modern films, you sort of need to sort of present the time with relation to 2020. Like I'm almost to the point where I'm looking forward to where the year gets flashed on screen and it's BP and then AP after the year. You know what I mean? Like before pandemic, after pandemic. You know what I mean? I feel like that's kind of where we're kind of almost at, because it did change a lot of stuff. But anyway, we're it seems like we're doing pretty stably on the flip side of it, which is positive. So let's go ahead and keep going. Next item. Let me see. We have another thing from Netflix. This is called Blood Sisters. Let's go ahead and take a look at this.
Sounds like a vampire drama.
All right, here we go.
First, I'd like to thank you for raising the most beautiful woman I have ever seen. And for allowing me to marry her. Thank you, Kola.
Thank you for standing by me all these years. If no be you, half of the things I don't accomplish with this life, I feel no fit.
I know everything. When are you going to get that?
Soon you'll be king.
Yes.
Hey, the man of the hour.
I don't think I can do this thing.
Do not embarrass me this day.
I'm so sorry, Mommy.
You're really ready to get married to a man who does this to you?
He beats me.
So you're telling me you're willing to let go of everything? Maka one slap. It can't be that bad.
You still want me to make a drum for the wedding?
Yeah.
if anything happens to me, look to our brother. What I do know.
Why do movies like this always look like they're at least on some level produced by Jordan Peele? You know what I mean?
I was just gonna say, yeah.
If you live by the sword,
gotta.
I don't know.
Uniquely sort of Get Out or Us kind of vibe to it.
I need you to find the people who did this.
That's a good shot.
And make them suffer. Help me! Sarah, we're no longer good girls, okay? We're fugitives now.
May 5. Okay, so this looks interesting. I couldn't really get past the Jordan Peele of it. Basically, I'll say a little bit more on that pretty soon. Alonzo, Thurgood, which one of y'all wants to take this first?
I think this. I'm not gonna lie. It looks cool. It's not like mind blowing to me or whatever like that. But yeah, honestly, I'm sort of intrigued by it. I'm sort of intrigued by this trailer. It's like I kind of wish it took like a more creepy approach to this. I know somebody just freaking died or whatever like that in the trailer, but I wish it was like kind of like a horror movie. Honestly, it's like I don't know what to call this genre or whatever like that is doing.
Jordan Peele, that's the genre.
Maybe.
Yeah, Jordan Peele.
Like suspense drama, probably.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. It's like I wish it was like a horror movie.
I feel you though. I feel like this is like 10%, 20% missing like supernatural or sci-fi or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like it doesn't feel complete.
It doesn't feel. No, it feels flat.
Yeah.
So what is it
Flat.
missing?
A little bit of supernatural, a little bit of sci-fi. I feel like it's like it's like chicken without its seasoning. You feel me?
Exactly. Yeah.
No flavor here.
It has the sustenance. It has the protein, but it has nothing
it feels
to help
like
it go
Get
down
Out
right.
without what makes Get Out fun.
There it is. That might be a better way to phrase
it
that.
doesn't have an interesting twist to it, really.
But Get Out is fun when you compare it to things like The Twilight Zone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is missing that.
Exactly. Because Get Out stands.
Or you know
out
what?
on
I
its
shouldn't
own.
say that. The trailer's missing that.
Yeah.
Movie's probably fire.
I mean, we'll find out on May 6th when this drops. Go ahead, Thurgood. I'm sorry.
It's like I've seen like 20 movies that look just like this.
Well, apparently we're about to get another. I don't know how else to put it. But at least by your definition of movies like this, I guess we are about to get another. I don't know. Hopefully this will stick the landing and bring something new and unexpected to the table. But I mean, we'll know for sure on May 6th when it drops on Netflix. That's basically all that we can say about that right now at this time. We do have a couple comments. We have a few comments actually over on YouTube. Thanks so much for doing that. We have Kim drop the line again. I guess she was talking about the Marcel trailer. I really wish that was just a Saturday Night Live commercial and they weren't serious.
They could probably make it into a Saturday Night Live skit because it probably wouldn't be that hard to produce. You probably just get the one guy and just put him on like someone's desk and just kind of talk to it or something. You know what I mean?
When I read that comment just now, I thought of like Stickly from Nickelodeon back in the 90s. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
When you put it in that kind of deliberately comedic context, it really feels like that's exactly what they would have done. You know?
Who's that green stop motion guy? You know what I'm talking
Gumby.
about?
Oh, Gumby.
Gumby.
Dog, I used to have the Gumby action figures.
Everyone did.
Yeah, bro, the bendy ones.
Oh my god. Remember Pokey?
Trailer.
Trailer, sorry. All right, we're getting sidetracked. Sorry. This is a 2-minute featurette from the third Fantastic Beasts film. So let's go ahead and move. Oh, and Brain Spaz says intrigued by the Blood Sisters film, I guess. So that's so I guess we'll go ahead and chalk this person up for interested in that film. Cool, awesome. Thanks for sharing. So here's a featurette on Fantastic Beasts 3. Let's take a look.
I hope it's good for you, dog. I hope it is.
For Brain Spaz, yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's good
agreed.
for Brain Spaz. I don't want to be disappointed.
Yeah.
We're both working from home.
More
my favorite.
Get Fios.
Yeah.
Optic network with upload speeds as fast as
All
download.
right, all
Internet
right.
plans
Is
start just
Fantastic Beasts that
$39.99.
Harry Potter
Now when you
thing?
switch, get up to
Yes.
12
Yeah.
months of the Disney bundle
Okay.
on
That
us.
that whole franchise. This is now the third prequel of this franchise.
But I've just received troubling news. It's
Ooh.
Grindelwald.
It is
That was
a
cool.
volatile time in the wizarding world.
Dumbledore.
They're gonna milk their money out this franchise.
If we're to defeat him, you have to trust me.
We're seeing many of the old band back together, but there are some new people.
Mr. Scamander.
We got a glimpse of Lally, played by Jessica Williams in the last movie.
Grindelwald is at the cemetery tonight.
Then you gotta go.
We get to introduce Jess in a great way, in a bigger way. You really see her play and shine.
Professor Lally Hicks. She's amazing. She is a charms professor, and I think because she's known Dumbledore for a long time, actually has an easier time trusting him without knowing really what the end game is.
Dumbledore picks people who have a good heart, and he also picks people who have very specific talents.
And I think it's interesting that she teaches charms because it's like, I'm gonna activate A to get B to happen. When force won't work, it's about using her brain and really trying to charm out of a situation.
Sort of sounds a lot
comedian
like
and an actor.
Apologies.
Domino
So she just
from
brought
Deadpool
a
2.
vibe that I
Put it
really
that way.
Oh yeah,
enjoyed.
she was like my
You know I'm
favorite.
a witch, right?
And she's a big Potter fan.
It's a story and world that's been imprinted in my life since childhood. On some
Everyone's.
level, you always imagine
Everyone's
yourself in the wizarding world, and that's kind of the charm and the magic of the books. This idea that you could be magical. And I know it's like that for so many people. Everything about it feels like it's returning home.
Okay, so who wants to tackle this first?
I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. I hate Harry Potter, which means I'm not interested in this movie. I'm not gonna front. I tried it. I remember watching the first movie, being bored out my freaking mind, and hating just freaking Harry Potter. So I will not be peeping this.
Wow. Okay, so that sounds like
J.K.
a
Rowling. I'm not gonna get into any of the controversy with her. I just think she's
Mhm.
very insufferable and annoying.
Mhm.
She goes
Well-
up like every single time and like retcons the entire Harry Potter lore on Twitter. It just adds stupid stuff like, did you know that Dumbledore was a lefty? Did you know that like Dumbledore in this iconic scene? Now, you know, like when Harry Potter was playing Voldemort, did you know that he secretly pooped his pants? Like, she just does stupid retcons like that all the freaking time, bro. They are milking this franchise. They're gonna milk this franchise for every single little penny.
wow. Okay, that sounds like a definite swipe left from Thurgood on this. Alonzo, what do you got?
I also don't really like Harry Potter. I didn't really get into it as a kid, but I understand its significant and weight in pop culture and
exactly.
media. It's
Yeah.
huge. I get it, but I watched it twice, the whole run, and it was okay. You know what I mean? I didn't read the books, but then I got into Fantastic Beasts, and when I saw the first one, I actually thought it wasn't that bad. I actually had a lot of fun with it, and I really like Newt Scamander, played by what's his
Eddie
name?
Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne, because him and I share a birthday, actually.
Nice.
Oh, dang.
So I like Eddie Redmayne. I loved his work in the Stephen Hawking's film, The Theory of Everything.
Theory of Everything.
Which I
yeah.
think was the reason why he got the Newt Scamander job. And when I saw Fantastic Beasts, I decided, I was like, all right, we're gonna give Harry Potter a try. But I resonated more with Fantastic Beasts, the first movie, than I did with any of the Potter films. And then I saw the sequel. I did not have a fun time.
Ooh. Ouch.
Which is weird because the first one was so good. I haven't seen a single Fantastic Beast in this trailer. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's
why
because
is it even called Fantastic Beasts?
Yeah.
Well, you
there were
realize
so
this
many
is-
great ones in the first movie. It was like Jurassic Park, right? And that's what I kind of wanted out of it. This trailer looks fine. I love glove, Mads Mikkelsen. Anything he touches is gold.
Oh, that's his name. I like him.
Yeah, he's great. And
I figured out about him through Death Stranding. I'm not.
Although it's kind of weird. We're just replacing everyone, right? Johnny Depp from the first movie, he's gone. Now it's Mads Mikkelsen and all these different changes. Newt Scamander's not even the main character anymore, right? I haven't seen him at all in this trailer. What's going on?
No, he was in there for
He was in
a hot
like once or
minute,
twice,
but
but
here's
it
the other
was
thing.
Dumbledore. Like this is a Dumbledore film.
I mean, he is in the title, number one. But number two, there's also the issue of this is not actually a trailer per se. This is supposed to be more of a featurette. It's uploaded. Okay.
Oh,
it's
true.
Uploaded to YouTube. Yeah. So like that's why they put that much more emphasis on like the people, the other actors in the franchise. I mean, I do mean other actors, by the way. I did not see Ezra Miller in this. It's easy to forget that he's in
our
this
favorite
movie.
actor.
I know.
Person of the month.
Is he still in jail right now? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know, but I know Warner Brothers has taken action. They were already having emergency meetings to discuss his future in franchises. But I mean, going back to this, I guess you're right. It's a featurette. It's not a trailer. I recall the other trailers though, because I've been having this in the back of my mind. I want to see Fantastic Beasts. I want to see more Scamander.
I want to see the freaking monsters.
I want to see the monsters. But whatever narrative they're trying to weave here, it's going over my head. And
it is whatever. I can honestly take or leave Harry Potter in general. I like the first film, but I never got around to seeing the second one and this third film. I don't know. Like I have a problem with prequels, and that's like I already kind of know how it ends because I've seen everything that comes after. So it's, there's this thing where the sixth Fast and Furious film, for example, takes place before the third one chronologically. And there's a thing at the very end of the third film where Vin Diesel makes a cameo. And there's this really crazy stunt at the end of the sixth film where like he drives out of an exploding plane and it does this weird barrel roll on the tarmac. And it's like, I remember seeing that for the first time and being not thrilled or on the edge of my seat at all, in spite of everything that would have had to have happened, production wise, to make this scene happen and include this in the film. This is clearly supposed to be an intense moment, but it's like, I'm sitting there like, I know he survives this. I've seen him after this. You're not going to tell me that I should be wondering what happens to Dom at the end of this. It's like, what? I know what happens. Stop like pulling my leg here. So I don't know. Like I have a similar sort of thing with prequels, but
like he's not exactly, they're not going to die. What's going to happen. Or then you see, and then if you see like a main character in the freaking, in the prequel, and they're not there during the mainstream movies, you're never going to die. Or they're not going to make it. Because why would they not step in there?
Yeah.
We're
out of time to. Right. Exactly. We're out of time now to talk about this section. Let's go ahead and move forward. We have 2 trailers left. We're a little bit over time, but we're going to go ahead and just try to power through this anyway. We have they're each about 2.5 minutes long. Thanks to those of you at home for bearing with us for this last bit. We're going to try to go through this as quickly as we can. This first bit looks like a piece of DLC for a video game called Back for Blood. That sounds familiar. Have either of y'all seen anything from this?
I've heard of that game.
Okay. So do y'all have any expectations for this, or you want to set the table at all before we go into it? Nope. All right.
Can I be honest? No, I'm not into zombie stuff or whatever like that.
You're going to want to look away from this then.
No. I'm not. No, not like that. I could take gore. I love gore. I just think zombie stuff is boring. Zombies just bore me.
Okay.
That's what I meant. I love gore because I love Mortal Kombat.
I guess the only outline you need to know is Back for Blood is basically the spiritual predecessor of Left 4 Dead. And that has a very specific style of gameplay when it comes to zombies. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure Back for Blood is not as good as Left 4 Dead, but it's definitely it has the fundamentals of it. But I don't know. I don't mind zombie stuff. I'm more of a COD zombies type of guy, but
I hear you. All right, well, let's go ahead.
The zombie fatigue, I think, got to me.
I'm a Black Ops 2 zombies guy. Yeah.
Fist bump right there into the camera. Fist bump. There you go. All right. Let's take a look at this. This is the expansion 1 trailer for Back for Blood.
Whether it's a last-second bake
my favorite.
This darn trailer. Okay, I'll go ahead.
This is where the gameplay gets good.
Oh my God! Stop it.
Dog, this graphics look insane.
With McCormick by your side for over 130
Sorry,
years,
everybody, I can't
it's
pause
gonna
this.
be
All
great.
right, here we go. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, PS5 graphics.
Open wide. Most nights, you see something like this and walk.
Tonally, this looks exactly like COD Zombie to me now.
Tunnel slithering through the Earth's bowels. Thanks, but no
Those
thanks,
are
right?
sick design.
Trust me, when you need to dig up a little extra equipment, you start to think, damn, there's gotta be some good shit down there. You
Guys,
never
we're
know where or
posting
when
the
to discover
trailers.
these
We're
big
so
tunnels.
cool.
Fighting your way out of these twisted underground mazes?
Let me tell you something. This reminds me of Hive mode in Gears 5.
Yeah. This is very aliens.
Name's Charisse.
Yeah.
Used to pull people out of burning buildings. Now I
Like
see
James
burning
Cameron's
all to the
aliens.
ground.
This reminds me of the new
That's
Rainbow
pretty
Six
deadly for an old
game.
guy.
Yes.
I'm not getting any
Yes.
younger, so let's do
Agreed.
this. Used to have his own restaurant, and you know what they say. Chef's best friend is a sharp knife.
How's this for your last meal?
Why is there no
I guess you
gamer?
can't poke the hornet's nest without stirring up a few new surprises.
What do you mean?
Bro, the gamer. I want to play as a gamer.
And the Ripper.
I want to kill zombies as a
Looks like a
gamer.
bug fucked a porcupine.
You make it sound like you wanted to. Oh wait, I know what it
Nomad
is.
training
You're
gets you ready
talking
for
as a
this.
Switch owner. You want to put
We've
me
got a few
into
new
this
tricks up
game,
our
right? Is that
sleeve.
what you're really saying?
I see what you what?
You want to put a me into this game? Is that what you're really saying?
no.
When
I
you're
wanna
up
play
against
as
a
a
whole
gamer.
hive,
I
Well,
want to
what
play
would
as
that
a
character-
streamer, as a Twitch
and
streamer.
you can never have too
Oh,
many
okay.
pilgrims.
As
So,
this
like-
rule, he takes up the gamer chair and slams it on the zombie head.
Hope you're not claustrophobic.
Even though I mean would be stick to. I'm not gonna lie, me in this game would be stick. I want to kill zombies as Obama.
Facts.
Ooh, this
That,
should be
that looked a
fun.
lot like Don Cheadle. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, over there? I would kill zombies as Don Cheadle.
I'd kill. I would just be Don Cheadle.
Oh, me too, bro. And then they can have like a Captain Planet like costume as a bonus. That'd be sick.
Facts.
Captain Planet. You know what? Oh my god, I need to rewatch that. It's been too many years since I last saw that that Robot Chicken sketch. I don't remember. Like, I remember the Ted Turner version of that. Captain Planet. Right?
No, that was a classic, bro. Captain
I know.
Planet.
Oh my god, that was crazy. But yeah, you know what? I played the game. I played the base game of Back 4 Blood. I think it's still available on Xbox Game Pass right now. You know, it would be all right if I cared about zombie shooter games more, but like I have Gears Hive mode. Why would I like invest in a whole nother game? You know, like sometimes I'll do COD Mobile as well, Call of Duty Mobile. They have zombies mode in there too. Why would I get a whole separate game that is almost exclusively this when I have other games that do multiplayer stuff as well, like better than what this would do, which only really focuses on one thing in a way that feels distractingly redundant. You know what I mean? Like,
And it
Alonzo,
looks corny. It's like the atmosphere looks so cheesy.
Yeah, I feel like if you wanted the Back 4 Blood gameplay experience, you could just play Left 4 Dead and get a better one.
Yeah. It sounds like the other games just they offer more.
Yeah.
Than this.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, those
Yeah.
games also stood as a foundation for this game. So just play the
Yeah.
originals. You know what I mean?
Pretty
Yeah.
much. Let's move
Last
on.
one.
This feels like a pretty self-explanatory reaction, right? Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
One Piece.
Yeah. This is the last thing on our schedule for tonight. Once again, thank you guys at home so much for joining us right now live on YouTube. And we're not going to react to this one last thing. This is the One Piece card game. I did not even know that show has. I'm presuming this is talking about the anime One Piece. Yeah. And this is something that you've both been following. I don't watch One Piece. I don't know. Like, what do you know?
I do not, bro. I do not have time to watch that. It's like 1,000 freaking episodes.
Yeah, it is. That much I know. Alonzo, what about you?
I don't watch One Piece, but I know it's significant weight.
Yeah,
Value.
It's one of the most iconic like animes of all time.
Yeah.
And it's like I on Twitter, I follow people who are big fans of like One Piece. So if Luffy gets like a significant like power up or something like that, I will see it. It's like he has this like I forgot what the form's called, but it's like this new thing. It's like him glowing, and it's like he has like yellow hair or something crazy. I forgot what the power up's called.
They made him a
it's, like,
Super
weird.
Saiyan. What?
It's sort of basically.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I've heard about this. I've heard about the trade card game because I saw it on Twitter.
Okay, so let the record show Thurgood is in it for the character development and nothing else. Okay, noted. Pretty much. All right, here's the One Piece card game.
Tickets.
After Doctor Strange. Oh crap.
Oh, Scarlet Witch, my favorite One Piece character.
Ha ha ha. All right.
My favorite Straw Hat.
That's right, it has been 25 years. Oh my god.
25 years in the dang anime already, bro. Just in the manga.
Listen, if any anime needs to end, it's Pokemon.
Yes.
If we're being
Pokemon,
honest.
This is going, bro. Pokemon will never end.
That's it? Oh, no, there's more. Okay. I was about to say, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was like, oh, so neat.
Okay. I know, right?
Yeah, that's my reaction to this.
Are you kidding? Wait, was that it? Oh my god, this doing these weird little advertisements for the different booster packs and stuff like that.
The booster pack, Romance Dawn, will be released.
There's nothing here. Okay. Let's just fast forward through this way. Thurgood, based on your understanding of this franchise, does this need a card game? Is this feasible as a card game?
Yes, it does, because there's so many freaking characters in this dang on show. You have like the Marines, One Piece has some sick designs, dude. Like I'm trying to remember the dragon dude. Like Luffy's fighting this dragon guy, bro. He's fighting this humongous freaking dragon guy, but I believe his name's Kaido or Raido or something like that. Like One Piece has like some sick freaking designs. Like there's like this skeleton dude named Brook. He's wearing the Straw Hats. For anybody who doesn't know, the Straw Hats are like the main characters. They're like the main pirate crew. It's Luffy's crew.
That's why Luffy always has a straw hat on.
He wears a straw hat, and the pirate crew is called the Straw Hats because Luffy's the captain, and Luffy always wears that straw hat. So the crew's named after Luffy's hat. But there's like this musician, like skeleton dude with long curly hair named Brook, dude. He's like so freaking awesome, man. And they have some really great designs, man. So I think this would sell like hotcakes. If this trading card game is real and not just a video game, if it's like actually real, like real trading cards, One Piece has so many like iconic and great characters, and these characters are constantly getting new looks and new forms and stuff like that. So,
but I don't want to see this mutate into some sort of Call of Duty kind of situation where it's like you're putting all this money down into what are basically cosmetic changes to, you know, characters and things that you already have. You know what I mean? Like, don't let this be the card game equivalent of that. You know?
they're gonna end up. I think they're going. Like, I think it's, for example, you're gonna have like Luffy before the time skip, Luffy after the time skip, and there will be different like abilities. And then it's gonna be like Luffy, blah blah blah. It's like I think that's what they're gonna do, but like they're like at 1,000 something like chapters in this dang freaking manga. They're at the point that this could definitely do well as a trading card game. If anime is gonna have a freaking trading card game, it's gonna be One Piece. They have so many characters.
All right, I'll take your word for it. I never really watched One Piece. I only know of Luffy D by name, and like I know what a gum gum fruit is. That's about it.
Yeah,
that's the extent of my knowledge about this franchise. And to me, like idiot at the table here regarding this franchise, like I gotta say, this doesn't justify it to me. Like this isn't really, this isn't my cup of tea. But I'm sure it is. Like, you know, at the very least within the trading card game community, that happens to be like at the center of that Venn diagram between the One Piece fan base and the trading card game fan base.
Yeah,
it's like
this is going
that
too well.
center of that Venn diagram. That's definitely for right.
Them. I could never get into this show because it's just so freaking long. I don't have time for it. I love anime, but I have so many anime shows I actually want to freaking watch. Like I still didn't finish Hunter x Hunter and stuff like that. I'm a grown man with a freaking job. And
thank you.
I don't have time for freaking 1,000 chapters of freaking pirate stuff. Like the characters look cool, but I don't have time for that mess. I remember as a kid. Like I think it's because I think like the 4Kids version of One Piece is notorious for changing up stuff and for being awful. So when I first grew up, like this show came on Foxbox or whatever.
I remember that.
Yeah, it used to come on Foxbox and they had like this horrible dub, and Sanji had like this weird like Brooklyn accent. I'll be turning you to a bunch of fish sticks. And like the 4Kids version,
I don't remember that,
bad.
but okay.
Yeah, it was the 4Kids version was so bad, dude. And then it came on Toonami, and then it just kept showing like filler episodes of them just playing around in the desert or some crap, and it turned me off of One Piece forever, bro. But the things that when One Piece is good, it's good. It looks sick, man. Like it looks sick. But dang, when it's bad,
well,
I just can't get into it.
Well, anyway, I don't know. It doesn't look like this.
I think it's going to look great. It looks great. This and Dragon Ball and the Dragon Ball series, I think, are fantastic shows for trading card games.
Interesting. Well, I'll take your word for it with this franchise, with One Piece in particular. And while I'm at a Dragon Ball, like I don't think I can't imagine what a Dragon Ball card game would look like. Really, I don't even know. For all I know, one exists, and it's just not coming to me right now. But anyway, there you go.
That's real. And then there's the video game. We used to have the trading card game on Game Boy Advance because there was a trading card game, like the real physical one. Then there was the Dragon Ball Z trading card game for the Game Boy Advance.
Now, see, I remember Pokemon did that mess. I remember there was a Pokemon video game based on the trading card game, which in turn was based on a video game. So it's one of those, like, you know, like a Russian nesting doll sort of thing, basically, where it's one inside of another sort of thing. Yeah, weird.
But why would I want to play a video game with a trading card game where I can just do that mess in real life?
Thank you. Exactly. I don't know. Unless it supports online play, which nothing like that was around in the 90s when all of this was relevant. So it's like, whatever was the most relevant, excuse me. But anyway, whatever. All right. We got to shut this down. That's basically it for our entire lineup of trailers this week. I don't know. I guess somewhere down the line, we lost Alonzo near the end. But thanks, Alonzo, for joining us.
Yeah, Alonzo just got like Thanos snap.
Yeah, I don't know. He might probably got like an emergency call or something had to deal with. I'll catch up with him later. Hopefully everything's all right there. But that is, like I was saying, a wrap. Thurgood, what was your favorite tonight?
What was my favorite trailer? Honestly, I think Russian Doll.
Okay.
Russian Doll. Honestly, I think that looked the most intriguing. A lot of other stuff we saw didn't really like tickle my fancy like that. But yeah, that interests me.
Okay. Personally, I like the Bob's Burgers one the most. It's a toss up between.
I'm sorry about that. I'm wrong. It was the shell, Marcel, the whatever shell. That was my favorite.
Marcel, the shell with shoes on.
Yes, that was my favorite one.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Yeah, I like the Bob's Burgers one just barely more than the Operation Mincemeat one. Mincemeat is like an original sort of like thing, but I don't know. I've been watching a lot of the Bob's Burgers show lately because like ever since news broke out that they were making a movie about this, and like I've been looking forward to see the movie treatment.
That's crazy. That blows my mind that this show's getting a freaking movie.
I know. I wouldn't have seen it coming either, but
Family Guy doesn't even have one yet.
Well, technically, they do have Stewie Griffin, The Untold Story. That was the 2005 direct-to-video.
Yeah, I'm talking like a theatrical one.
Yeah, I don't think Seth and his people will ever do that. I honestly don't think so. At least not for Family Guy. Maybe American Dad. but like, because Family Guy is too easily distractible with like cutaways and non sequiturs and stuff like that. We're better off sort of waiting for Seth Green to make a Robot Chicken movie than expecting Seth MacFarlane to make a Family Guy movie. I really highly doubt we'll ever see that. Although I could be wrong, and I'll be eating my words in this video that's YouTube is now immortalizing later on. I don't know.
They keep, it's crazy because the Family Guy team keeps saying that they want to do it.
Well, then they need to put their money where their optimistic words are, where their mouths are, because like here we are. We've been the fans for like 20 years, 23 years, I think, however long this show's been on the air. So I don't know. Anyway, all right, we got to shut this down. Thank you at home for joining us. Don't drop a comment down below to continue the convo. And don't forget, we will see you right here Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific for an all-new Weird News show right here on Weekend Showcase. We hope to see you then. For now, have a great weekend. Showcase you later. Good night.
Bye-bye.